Welcome back to Fire Princess Reviews. I'm Fire Princess Lily here to tell you about comics, cartoons, and other awesome nerd things. So, today we're welcoming me back to the channel because I haven't uploaded in a while because I've just been feeling like I'm not up to it. Doing lots of podcasts. Check those out. I'll leave links in the descriptions to those if you want to listen or subscribe or whatever. You know, stuff's happening. I'm doing stuff, it's just not necessarily always this. But we are going to talk about stuff today because I feel like I have always covered the Legend of Korra comics, so I feel like I should cover the latest one. I didn't cover part 2 of Ruins of the Empire, which I thought I did, but apparently I didn't, so that is 100% on me, on her. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about Ruins of the Empire Part 3. So what happens in Part 2? So if you look back at the first video, Commander Guam of the United Earth Forces, or the United Earth Empire, like Kuvira's army, has taken over Kuvira's army because he's like, Kuvira gave up way too early. I mean, we have banging shit coming out, and all she had to do was just hold out. We could have brought it to her. It would have been awesome. So he's like, it's cool, it doesn't matter if she gave up, because we're not going to give up at all. And so Wu is on the trying to make the Earth Kingdom a democracy, get that voting started. Yeah, no more monarchy. Monarchies suck, monarchies dumb, they're stupid. So that's kind of like book 1. They confront Guan with the help of Kuvira because she's like, look, I can tell you everything you want to know about him, but it's going to be a lot better if I come along because, you know, he respects me and I might just be able to get this whole thing done without any kind of violence or whatever. He might understand if he just talks to me why I surrendered. That did not go over well. He's like, you're a bitch ass. I should have been in charge the whole time because I'm way cooler, way better than you. And, yeah. And in the end, he decides, at the end of book 1, he decides to basically throw in his own participant into each election so that he will get overwhelmingly voted for and the Earth Empire will be complete. That's his plan, his political ruination, I suppose. Anyway, book 2. Book 2 was like, well, fuck, nobody's gonna like vote over the people Guam's picking because like they have new, fresh ideas, and we just want to keep electing the same. We want to elect these tired old fucking dudes who love monarchies and shit. We're not about that. What if we got a really popular person to run against Guan's choice? That'd be a great idea. That'd be awesome. Somebody who they couldn't ever defeat until they get Toph to do it, which it's a choice. Toph is super popular. She agrees to do it for, I forget whatever reason, but she's on board. And then Guan's like, you know what? Okay. You wanna play and try to beat me at my own games? Not cool. Brainwash. He catches Asami, Mako, and Bolin, and he uses the brainwashing technology that he perfected for Kuvira in order to brainwash them like, hey, you only listen to Commander Guan. The Avatar is your enemy. You will defeat her at all costs, blah, blah, the whole thing. Which is really heartbreaking for Korra because it's like her girlfriend who she really loves and cares about is saying things like, no, I hate you. You're my enemy. It's a whole thing. And in the end of book 2, she rescues Asami, loses Wu. It's a whole thing. And Kuvira helps them escape. Initially in book 1, Kuvira attacks Guan like, hey, if you're not gonna fucking listen to me, cool. I'm gonna kill you. That's like the best way to fucking get over this. Let's just cut the head off the snake. And everybody has a problem with it. So that's kind of where book 2 ends, is like Korra has saved Asami. Her, Kuvira, and Toph have booked it the fuck out to go to Zaofu. And yeah, it kind of picks up there with them trying to fix the brainwashing does not work. They don't know how to snap her out of it. So Kuvira's like, well, you should talk to Batar Jr. You know, he kind of saw the technology. He's got a brilliant mind or whatever. And yeah, he does. He rebuilds it. He rebuilds the technology, but it doesn't work. He's also very cold to Kuvira because, of course he is. She tried to blow him up with a cannon, a big spirit cannon, because she thought that was the best option. They have a whole discussion about it. It's really cool. It's really neat. Like, this book is more about Kuvira getting a little redemption. Like, you know, getting a little like, yeah, I was out of control. I did bad. You know, I should, you know, take responsibility. And look, I understand that I tried to blow you up with a big destructive weapon, like you do, but I really did love you. And he's like, red. So Guan, in the meantime, has brainwashed Wu. Wu's like, hey, guess what? It's fucking election day. And they're like, didn't you want elections to happen like in like a month or so when people had time to like, you know, get to know the candidates? He's like, nope. Election day is now. What's happening? Election day is happening. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Batar Jr., with the help of Kuvira, have rebuilt the machine in order to like try to fix the brainwashing. They try to fix Asami. Does not go over well because Batar's like, look, it's cool that I've rebuilt the machine, but I should have accounted for the fact that I don't understand like what settings they were using it on to brainwash people. So this could take forever. We don't know how to fix this. We don't know, you know, how the machine works exactly. And Kuvira's like, okay, use it on me. And everyone's like, what? Like, yeah, just use it on me. You'll figure out the settings and, you know, you'll release me from mind control or whatever. They're like, we could just use it to, you know, fuck up your brain. She's like, okay, I'm trusting y'all not to do that. This is, for me, show that I'm giving control to somebody else, because that was my big problem, was I was trying to do what I thought was best for the Earth Kingdom and not give back over control to somebody who I didn't respect. And that wasn't the correct way to go. So, you know, wash my brain, figure out the settings so that we can save everybody, or, you know, whatever. So they do, they get the settings, they fix Asami. Asami's like, I cannot remember what the fuck happened. And Korra's like, it's cool, don't worry about it, you said some hurtful things, but I know it wasn't you, and it's very sweet, it's very loving. Like, okay, so we figured out the settings, now we just need to go in there and, like, beat up Guan and, like, free everybody from brainwashing. That's when they call Zhu Li to let her know that, hey, this is what we're doing. And she's like, no, you're not. You're not doing that. If anybody found out that Wu was compromised, it would set all this political democracy back for years because nobody would think they could trust Wu. And Korra's like, but, you know, I gotta. And Zhu Li's like, no, you don't. And you're not gonna because I said you're not. And so Korra's like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to do. And Kuvira's like, we just need to, like, go fucking do the thing. And they're like, no, go lock her up. So they lock her up. And so they're trying to think about what to do. And then Kuvira escapes. Because what'd she do? And what does she do when she escapes? She decides that she's going to go do the fucking thing. But everybody's like, this was her plan all along. She just wanted to go join the United Earth Forces, you know, the Earth Empire forces. That's what's going to happen. Like, trusted a fucking snake, got bit. So she does show up. She's like, hey, your machine, I know what it does. I know it can, like, erase memories and shit. I would love you to just, like, fucking set me the fuck up. I don't want to remember all the awful shit I've done. I almost killed people I loved, and now they won't even talk to me anymore. This fucking sucks. I'm ready to be a part of the army. You can have control because you're never going to give me back control, and you're never going to let me be in your army if you don't brainwash me anyway because you don't trust me, which, fair. So let's do the dang thing. And so Guan's like, you know what? That all makes sense. And so he decides to hook Kuvira up, which is not a great plan because Kuvira, she strikes back. She actually, she lets him set up all the settings, and then all of a sudden, metal bend. Brainwashing helmets on top of Guan and his assistant who perfected the technology. She's going to wipe their minds. Double cross. Into the quadruple. Anyway, Korra and gang show up because they're like, hey, we're here to, we know you betrayed us, but everything is on fire. Well, not everything, but there's lots of explosions. It's like, whoa, Kuvira's fighting the army. She didn't double cross us. And Kuvira's like, no shit, Like I said, I've, made some mistakes, and I recognize that shit for real. I do apologize for my past. Do you want to fix this? And they fix it. Everything goes well, and everybody's like, okay, Wu, what do we do? Are we still going to go ahead with, elections? Do you want to, postpone them? And Wu's like, I was really only holding elections because I didn't want power, because I didn't trust myself. But I see now that I'm trying to, force this will, onto people, and they might not be ready for it. So all the provinces can hold their own elections in their own time, and until they do, I'll be in control or whatever. I'll be your emperor. I'll lead you as best I can, but please, fucking let's do the democracy thing eventually, which, fair. Kuvira goes to court to pay for her crimes, and initially, when she was first brought to them, before the book, she's like, hey, I'm not guilty for shit. I was just doing what I thought was best for my people, and I shouldn't be held accountable for that. However, this time she shows up, she's like, look, we don't need to have a big trial. It's stupid. I fucked up really bad, and I deserve whatever punishment that I get. That's not, it's fucked. It's fucked what I did. I did bad things, and I'm ready to accept the consequences. I plead guilty. So, trial over. Let's get right to sentencing, please. So, Sue and family, all the Beifongs show up. They're like, hey, that was really cool. If we had maybe been kinder, or... Because there are a couple scenes in here where, they show the childhood that Sue had even with the Beifongs, and it wasn't necessarily the best. They're like, maybe if we, had tried to understand you better when we were growing up, a lot of things could have been prevented. I don't know about a whole, war, but maybe something. And so it's not necessarily all your fault, which I don't know that I agree with that. So because you confessed and because you showed such great remorse for your actions, they've decided to let you live under house arrest in Zaofu with us, the same way that Batar Jr. does. And Opal hugs Kuvira, which is really neat because Opal's really been up her ass the entire 3-book series. And that's kind of how it ends. It's a pretty happy note. Korra and Asami are together. Kuvira got a little redemption, which is nice. And it's neat. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. All in all, if I had to say anything about this, I like, the art. The art's always been, great with these. I like it a lot. The story is not my favorite. It's still good. Please do not go to whatever forums. Don't go to Twitter or whatever. Say, hey, Fire Princess Lily says she hates this book. That Korra Stan decides that Korra sucks. That's not what's happening here, right? I still like this. I still think it's good. It's just not my favorite, right? It's good, but it's not, the best one. It's not better than Turf Wars. It's not better than the main Korra series. So we'll just see where the next book goes, and we'll see kind of how the story's going. But overall, I still like it. I will still read it again. But it's just, it could have been better. I feel like they're really like, okay, all our Avatar comics have been 3 books. All of them. Every single one of them, we have to continue the 3-book structure. That's what we have to do. I feel like this story could have benefited from more than 3 books because it feels squashed. It feels kind of quick. And I don't necessarily feel like sticking to the 3-book structure is necessarily favorable to the story they wanted to tell here. They could have padded it out in places and maybe even had 2 more books to make it a little more satisfying. Sure, it would have taken longer to get to the ending. The Legend of Korra books always seem to come out in a delayed sense, but I don't know that that would have necessarily been a bad thing. I think making it longer would have benefited it a little bit. Maybe more to do with like figuring out like the brainwashing technology instead of having MacGuffin Batar Jr. be like, yep, I have a perfect memory and I know how to build it. Like, sure, but also, I don't know. That's my thoughts. Overall, I give like a 7.5 out of 10 if I was rating it, which I guess I just did. Not bad, not the best. That's my takeaway. Next video, which hopefully I can get back to a 1-a-week schedule. No promises. We'll talk about Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast. It's really good. If you haven't watched it already on Netflix, go watch it. It's super, super great. I can't wait to talk to y'all about it in the next video. And until then, enjoy comics, enjoy cartoons, and I'll see you then. Bye!